Hello everyone, welcome to this week A Bite of China. Today I'm really happy to invite my friend Shane, Mr. Zhang, here to be the guest with me for this week. Today we're going to introduce you the very traditional Chinese food. It's called the preserved duck egg rice soup. As you can see here, we prepare some materials. First one, the rice, of course, is the rice soup. And then is the preserved duck egg, which is all the major material of this a meal, and then the sausage. But sausage is totally optional. Back home, if you cook this one, you can put everything, like meat, some pork, or some beef, or even some vegetables in the soup. And also the chicken powder. It's just simply for making this food this soup taste a little bit better. And so I want to say something about the preserved duck egg here. I saw a video on the internet being told that this preserved duck egg is actually the most awful Chinese food to some Western people. But because as a Chinese, I know that they eat it in the wrong way. And today we're just gonna teach you how to cook this thing in the right way, right?
Yeah, cause bread, can we buy all this stuff in the soup store?
Yeah, it's easy. Sausage, everyone knows, and rice. Basically, all kind of rice can be used for making the rice soup. Preserved duck egg and the chicken powder you can find basically in every superstore in the Oriental food section.
Okay, good.
And now it's start to cook. Well, first one, we'll boil some water based on how many people do like. Basically, 1 bowl or 2 bowl water will be good for one person. And before we start shooting this show, we have already boiled some water, so the water is boiling now. And for cooking this one, since the rice and the rice soup need to be cooked a little bit longer, so we put the rice in the water, boiling it before we start cutting the eggs and prepare other stuff. Not hard, right?
Yeah.
Mix a little bit.
So bread, if the audience want to do the soup at home, is any rice okay for them?
Yeah, any rice will be good for them.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And we just leave it like that for about 20 minutes after boiling for 20 minutes, and then we can just throw all the stuff we want back into the pot. And now let's cut the duck egg. Chinese food is very easy to cook because there's no really restricted rules. Just like duck egg, people may have their own ways to cut the eggs, but here we have no rules for cutting eggs. Basically, any way you can cut the egg. You can cut into bigger pieces, small pieces, in quarter or even 16 pieces if you can. And here's one hint I want to tell you guys. Before you cut the preserved duck egg back home, you can put some water on the knife. That'll make the cutting thing a little easier. But since today we have no city water in this, we'll say shooting place, I don't know the vocabulary, but this will still work. And also the sausage.
Are you putting all this all together at one time? Oh.
After 20 minutes, the water starts boiling.
Oh. Okay.
Preserved duck egg has, the nutrition is quite good actually. It has magnesium and sodium a lot, and also magnesium actually a very important element for human body. You don't need a lot, but actually you can hard to get a lot too. So and preserved duck egg has pretty good on the nutrition part.
Yeah, it's true. It looks kind of evil, for some Western
Yeah.
people, but it's really good taste,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the outlook of the Chinese food
Yeah.
scared lots of people away, but
Yeah,
it actually tastes
true,
very
yeah.
nice. All right, so let's just wait for about 20 minutes after the rice to start boiling, and we can throw them back in. Okay, now we have been waiting for about like 19, 18 minutes, and in the last minute I want to introduce you something about some knowledge about Chinese food. As most you can see, the Chinese food in Canada or United States is from Guangdong province, same word for the Cantonese. And this preserved duck egg rice soup is also one pretty nice meal, a special meal from Guangdong province. But there are other 7 major categories of Chinese food in China. 1 in North China, 7 in South. And for some people who like to eat the spicy food, in Southwest China would be a good choice. Sweet food in South, and salty food in North China. So yeah, I think the time is about right. So let's open the lid, take a look at the soup, and put other materials inside.
Wow.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
See, after 20 minutes cooking, the rice is totally mixed with the water here, so it turned pretty good soup. Just look like I'll dump a whole bunch of starch in it. Okay, now we'll just put the sausage and preserved duck egg inside easily. Because it's really hot, you don't want to burn yourself.
Oh, Brad.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce to the audience that with the rice and the water, what should be the rate?
The rate is quite normalized. If you cook in a normal pot, that you can always see, like a rice pot, you can always see the scale on the inside. So basically, it's double water over the rice. But if you go a normal pot, I'll just tell you a little hint here.
Okay.
When there's rice in the pot and also water above it, just to put your finger inside, and it's just the one front part of your finger, that's for cooking rice. If it's the double or even the whole finger deep water above the rice, that's good for making rice soup.
Oh, that's
All right,
pretty good.
so we'll leave this in, turn the heat back up a little bit for another 5 minutes. We'll have what we want.
Okay.
All right, I think the soup is ready. Let's take a look. Okay, turn off the heat.
Wow.
Look nice, huh?
Looks nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to taste it.
You will have the chance, but before that, we're gonna put a little chicken powder in it for making it taste a little bit better. Just a little bit will be good. Another hint. For the chicken powder, 70% of chicken powder is MSG, 20% is sugar, and 10% is salt. So you may not want to put the chicken powder into it for too early, because after for a long time cooking, MSG may generate something harmful to the human body. So just put in at the last of the entire cooking process.
All right.
So we're good now. Want to try some? I think you want.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay. So, try it, my guest.
Thank you.
So while he tried it, I'll just
yeah,
just duck egg.
Yeah.
How's it?
It's hot.
Of course, you can wait a while, and
yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah, you can wait for a little while. I'll just summarize the entire process for cooking the preserved duck egg rice soup. So first, the rice. Any kind of rice is good. Preserved duck egg, easy to find, and some other optional like vegetable, fruit, or meat you want to put in the soup. And then boil the water, make sure it's totally boiling, and then throw the rice into it for about 20 minutes. And while you're waiting for 20 minutes, you just cut all the materials you want, include the duck eggs or sort of things. And then after the soup is boiling for 20 minutes, stir it in, and for another 5 minutes cooking, put a little chicken powder or salt or sugar, whatever you want, and then it'll be done. Boom.
Awesome. Good job.
You're doing
Brad.
pretty fast. Okay.
Really?
Thank you, audience, for watching this week, A Bite of China. We'll see you next week for something even better.
See you.